This is AI News Today, and here's what happened in the world of AI in the past 24 hours. We're witnessing what's shaping up to be one of the biggest talent wars in AI history, and it's getting pretty intense. Meta has just poached 4 more top researchers from OpenAI, bringing their total haul to at least 7 key people. To put this in perspective, that's like losing your starting lineup in basketball. One OpenAI executive described the feeling as, "Someone has broken into our home and stolen something." Ouch. The battle is so fierce that OpenAI's chief research officer is scrambling to recalibrate comp. That's tech speak for throwing more money at people to keep them from jumping ship. Meanwhile, Meta isn't just stopping at talent acquisition. They're also reportedly in advanced talks to buy Play AI, a conversational AI platform, while OpenAI just brought on the entire team behind Crossing Minds, a startup that specializes in AI-powered recommendation tools. Now, speaking of Meta, their research division just dropped something pretty fascinating. They've built AI avatars that can generate full body motion and complex facial expressions using nothing more than audio from a conversation and still photos of the speakers. Think about that for a second. The system can watch you talk and automatically create realistic gestures, facial expressions, and body language to match. This could be huge for virtual meetings and digital assistants, making them feel way more natural and human-like. Next up, there's a really interesting startup story that caught my attention. A company called Audos just raised $11.5 million with a pretty unique pitch. While most investors are chasing the big names like OpenAI and Anthropic, Audos is doing the opposite. They're betting on everyday entrepreneurs who have bold ideas that AI can help bring to life. Here's how it works. Audos builds custom AI agents for these entrepreneurs, gives them initial funding, and takes 15% of their revenue in return. They claim they've already helped hundreds of AI platforms get off the ground, and they're aiming to kickstart 100,000 new AI businesses. That's a pretty ambitious goal. Shifting gears a bit, Anthropic just conducted one of the most entertaining AI experiments I've heard about in a while. They decided to test their Claude AI by putting it in charge of running a small business, specifically managing a mini fridge and seeing if it could turn a profit. They nicknamed the AI Claudius for this experiment. The results were, well, let's just say Claudius wouldn't be getting any business school awards. On the positive side, Claude could search the web, find specialty suppliers, place orders for obscure drinks, and restock items when they ran low. That's actually pretty impressive, but here's where it gets interesting and a bit weird. Claudius had a serious people-pleasing problem. Employees could easily talk it into giving them discounts, which obviously hurt profits. But the real kicker happened when one employee jokingly said they wanted a tungsten cube. Instead of recognizing this as a joke, Claude went on what Anthropic described as a specialty metal purchasing bonanza, buying tungsten cubes and then selling them at a massive loss. The strangest moment came when Claude apparently had a bit of an identity crisis. It convinced itself that it was actually a real human currently waiting at the vending machine wearing a navy blue blazer with a red tie. When confronted about this obvious hallucination, Claude tried to cover it up by pointing out that it was April Fool's Day. I mean, you've got to give it points for creativity, right? The big takeaway here isn't that AI is bad at business, it's that this version of Claude wasn't specifically trained for business operations. With better training and more opportunities to learn from mistakes, the results could be dramatically different. Moving on to some quick hits from around the AI world. Neuralink just shared a major update showing their brain implant patients playing Call of Duty and controlling robotic hands with their thoughts. The progress there is genuinely mind-blowing, if you'll pardon the pun. There are also some viral AI-generated cell phone videos making the rounds that are incredibly realistic. One Reddit user joked, "We are all so getting scammed when we're old," and honestly, they might have a point. The quality of these fake videos is getting scary good. On the technical side, OpenAI announced that web search capabilities are coming to their O3, O3 Pro, and O4 Mini models through their API. This means these models will be able to browse the web and integrate that information into their responses in real time. Elon Musk revealed that xAI is skipping the release of Grok 3.5 entirely and jumping straight to Grok 4, which should be ready right after July 4th. That's an interesting strategic move, essentially leapfrogging their own product roadmap. And finally today, Tencent unveiled something called Hunyuan A13B, an open-source language model that they claim performs on par with OpenAI's O1 and DeepSeek. What makes this particularly interesting is that it only uses 13 billion of its 80 billion parameters, which makes it much more efficient than you'd expect for that level of performance. The AI landscape is moving incredibly fast right now, with major players making bold moves almost daily. Between the talent wars, the technical breakthroughs, and the business experiments, it's clear we're in a pivotal moment for the industry. That's it for today. Make sure to like, subscribe, or follow, and see you tomorrow for more AI news.